I'm going to talk about living life with passion, and I'm going to do this really passionately, and I'm going to do this really quickly, and I'm going to try and not get too evangelical about it, but the sun is baking down. It's only about 10 o'clock in the morning, but it's already got a sort of impetus that says don't spend too long out here. Living life with passion. And the reason I'm doing this is because a lot of people kind of have a lack of motivation in their life. They are not where they should be. They think they should have more meaning in life, and they're disappointed. And I apologize if I don't look at the screen, but let's be honest, right? And I can't see the screen anyway. So for a start off, what's going on is that if your expectations are higher than your reality, you're going to be disappointed. When you're disappointed, you judge yourself, and when you judge yourself, you get more of what you think about. Where focus flows, energy goes. So the more disappointed you are, the more disappointed you're going to be. So basically what I'm talking about is a story running inside your head as to how life should be, that you're not living. And because you're not living it, life seems disappointing. And you wonder what's missing. Where have you gone wrong? What decisions did you make? And it's possible actually to start going down the rabbit warren of what I could have done in my past and how my future looks kind of hopeless as a result. So, living life with passion is, to me at least, all about giving up on that story. Giving yourself the freedom to just be, giving yourself the freedom to disappoint yourself, giving yourself the freedom to disappoint other people, to not go where mum and dad expected you to go, to not go where the most influential person in your life saw you going, and to accept, perhaps, that you don't know, that you don't know. What happens when you accept that you don't know? You open yourself up to everything else. Okay? When we think we know, we trap ourselves inside that box of our perceived reality. We limit ourselves. We forget what it was like when we were a child to play. We define ourselves through what we think we are. We expect to play that role for others so that they can see that we are what we think we are, and so that they can see that we are consistent with how we were yesterday. And so we play a role. And the more we play this role, and the further away it is from our joyful, playful self, the more we feel like we're missing something in our life. It's like a sort of a psychic void. I hate to bang on about authenticity, but when you find that authenticity, you feel limitless in potential. And that doesn't mean to say that you suddenly feel as though you can shoot yourself up to the moon, but you feel as though you're much more than you thought you were. When you feel as though you're much more than you thought you were, life becomes a game again. It becomes fun again. You don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to see, who you're going to talk to, how life is going to pan out. It becomes an exciting adventure again. Because you're not boxing yourself in with how you should portray yourself and how you should label your own inner thoughts. You're throwing away the real rule book. And I say this from, personal experience. The only question is how you get to the point of permitting yourself to throw away the rule book, okay? And that's a subject for a different video. But I promise you the way to unlimited joy, to background joy, to background awe, to having a general sentiment of massive opportunity in the world, of wonderment, of curiosity, of simple, peaceful happiness. It all comes from throwing away the rule book. It all comes from giving yourself the flexibility to not be that which you think you were. I talk a lot about where these stories come from in other videos, so I'm not going to go into that. But the moment that you open yourself up to the alternative and take action, which means doing things that are not necessarily you, and seeing the results of that, and feeling the results of that, and seeing how everything else in the world reacts to that, and doing things which are not quite you, and seeing that you survive when you do that, and seeing that unexpected things occur when you do that, and getting a taste for that experimental side of you. Then you've got your motivation, then you've got your joy, then you've got your goals again. Because, you know, I hate to talk about cliches, but that's where you find the joy in the journey rather than in the end result of the goal, okay? It's kind of unfulfilling to be a goal seeker, because once you get to the goal, frequently it turns out to be a bit of an anticlimax. Whereas what unfurled in order to get there is where you learn. It's where the juice in life comes from. It's where the richness of experience unfolds. When you go for goals, there is a certain element of embettering yourself, and therefore lack of. When you permit yourself to have, it sounds ridiculous, but let's go with unlimited potential. You see the world with wide open eyes, okay, with an expanded perception. You see other people with an expanded perception. You see them for what they are, and you're okay with that. You no longer need to control what other people think of you, what they're thinking about themselves. You can just allow what is to be, and to experience that, and to be thankful for it, and to see more of it. I think that's passionate, right? I think we're there. I did this because I saw this, right? This is not an accident. I chose to come out here, but I did it not having a clue if I would be able to drive out on this road, and not minding, okay? Knowing that there was a place even more extraordinary further on that I need a better car for, that I don't have, and so I'm not going to do it. And being all right with that. It's not a disappointment, because everything is an adventure. Everything is a gift. You know, you can go down the route of, this could be my final day. I don't know. Life is full of so many things. If I live every day as if today is my final day, well then, wow, wouldn't that make life motivating? There are so many ways to go about it. But ultimately, for me at least, the best one is to throw away the story altogether. To decide that you don't know what you are, that's okay, that you don't know what the world is, and that's okay, that you don't know what other people are, or what they're going to do, or what they're going to think, and that's okay. And hallelujah for that. Hallelujah for the colour of the sky. You know, I've got the sun behind me, now I've got the moon behind me. And how did that occur? Curiosity. engagement with what is, rather than what was or what could be, just sucking the juice out of what is right now, feeling the warmth of the sun on my skin, noticing the full range of your emotions, noticing the sensations inside of you, and laughing about the thoughts that you label. Yeah? The whole thing's a game. None of us have a clue. Well, I don't know, but certainly I don't have a clue. Okay? Shrink yourself down to the point where you can laugh at yourself, laugh at the world, and enjoy it. Enjoy it for what it is, not for what it should be, not for what it could be, not for what it ought to have been, but what it is. Fill your heart with that. Fill your heart and your lungs and your soul with that, with now, with this moment. And be thankful, because it might not be here in the next moment. Because everything's wild. And he doesn't necessarily give a damn about us. So I can be so grateful for what I've got. Yeah? I think that'll do. Beautiful, beautiful place. And I'm in the middle of nowhere. Absolutely the middle of nowhere. And depending upon my perspective, that could be an amazing thing, or that could be a really scary thing, that could be a disappointing thing, that could be a letting myself down thing, it could be the pinnacle of my ultimate goal thing. But it turns out it's all and none of those. It's just this. It's just this. God bless, whatever that means to you. Have a fantastic day. It's easy for me to say, right, when I'm out here and there's this incredible view all around me. But this happens every second of every day because you choose your feelings. You build your feelings inside of yourself. These feelings are not based around the beauty of this particular scene. They are based around the beauty and the awesome nature of everything. I hope that fills you with a sense of something, in the full knowledge that you should not be handing over your ability to feel those sensations to what I'm saying, okay, or to what anybody's saying. But I hope it moves you. I want you to be moved, because when people are moved, when their imagination is captivated, then they're more likely to go off and do stuff. And I want you to go off and do stuff. I want you to go and love life. As I said, suck the juice out of life. Because today is never coming again. Tomorrow is another day, and who knows what's coming tomorrow. But right now we have this. As Master Shifu says, it's the present, and it's called the present for a reason. All right, take care. Have a fantastic day. I wish you the finest, finest, finest. Take care. Bye-bye.